If this video found you, then pay close attention. I'm going to ask your guides. I'm going to tap into your energy now and see why things regarding money might be slower right now. Just remember that anything I grab, either it resonates or it doesn't. Oracle cards or tarot cards, they're never a permanent thing because we are changing our energy pretty much every second. So I wanted to draw using the higher self oracle. I wanted to figure out what's going on with your money vibration. So let's do that. And by the way, if you are wondering why is this guy whispering in my ear, my daughter is sleeping and I film these at nighttime, so I gotta be quiet. So hopefully you don't mind. And hopefully your volume goes up a little bit. But anyway. So I'm just gonna draw 3. Oh, we got anger. We got anger last time too. So I'm actually gonna move this out the way. So we're asking, what has been going on with your money vibration? And it seems like it's very obvious what your guides are trying to tell you. You have dreams. You have big dreams when it comes to money. You want to win. You want to start a business. You want money to come in for you. However, it probably hasn't been happening in the way that you hoped for, So maybe you're angry, maybe you're scared. But yes, you have set the desire to manifest more in your life, especially more money. And that's a beautiful thing. However, if it hasn't happened at the speed in which you want it to happen, you cannot let your emotions take over. You just can't. If you get angry, if you get fearful because it hasn't shown up yet, you are giving off a very, very clear vibration of lack. You're giving off a really, really clear vibration of not having what it is that you want. Because if you had your desire, if you had your dream, there's no way you'd be angry or fearful. There's no way. If you won at anything in your life, especially finances, right now, would you be angry? Of course you wouldn't. Why would you be angry? Which brings to this, your perspective. You have to change the way that you view progression in your life. We see people online. We see stories of people who have manifested so much money. However, we don't see the time that it started as a dream, maybe even worked through anger, and then finally manifested. We don't see it. We just see the end result. We just see the dream coming and manifesting. And then we think, wow, they had it so easy. But the truth is, maybe they did. But most likely they didn't. Most likely they went through the same struggles that you're going through. I know you might be at a time in your life where you feel like you're too old. Like you're too old to start a business, you're too old to attract money, or whatever the case may be. But there are people that have started late, that have manifested what it is that they want. You can look them up right now. You can go to Google, put your age, and put successful people that started late. There's always hope. Even if you're 75 or 50 or 40 or whatever. But listen, I want to tell you another thing. want to tell you that when you really begin to understand your mind and how your mind works, and you get to understand that you are a projection, or you are a projector rather, projecting on the screen of life. When you fully start to understand that, you release the handcuffs that you have put on yourself unknowingly in this life. And in order to do that, you have to believe what it is that you want to happen is able to happen for you. A lot of the times, most of the time, we want something, but deep down we don't believe that we can have it. We believe that that's somebody else. Somebody else can do it, but we can't. Even if you don't consciously think that. Here's the truth that I want you to know, that I really want you to know. If it has been months and months and months and months and months of you trying to have a certain amount of money in your life, and nothing, absolutely nothing is changing, my friend, you're not actually doing anything wrong. What's happening is that you aren't effectively reprogramming yourself. Just realize that you can't get from here to here when here is blocked. In order to remove that block, you have to tear it down, and you cannot tear it down with the same personality that put that block up in the first place. So what you have to do is destroy that block little by little by little by little by little. And then eventually you make your way over here. There's no shortcut around this, but you should be glad that there's not too. Could you imagine that any belief, negative beliefs, could be installed into your system like that? We get mad about how long things take to manifest, and I understand. There's times when I needed money, when I couldn't think because of the stuff that was going on in my life, but I had to force myself. I had to force myself to believe what it is that I want. I had to go to war, in that sense, with my mind. But that's okay. That's just life. That's the life that we're in, you know? But we're all in this together. I'm going to draw 2 more cards for you. Except I'm going to use the messages of the Cosmic Oracle. So I really like those. They're really cool. Yeah, they look like that, in case anyone is wondering. So I want to figure out, when it comes to money, what are your guides really trying to tell you? All right. So I don't know if you can read that or not, but it says, remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. We were just talking about how you cannot get from here to here with the same personality, because this personality has a wall up. And it doesn't matter what you do to try to affect everyone else, because if you don't change yourself, nothing will happen. You'll be stuck behind that wall. But I don't know if you can read this. It says, stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do and just let it go. Because at the end of the day, man, literally, we all hit a time when we wish we knew something earlier. We wish we did something, you know? I wish I can go back in time and put $100 into Bitcoin, you know, and stuff like that. But you can't. And that's fine. You start where you're at. And where you're at is fine. It's all right, dude. Like, life gets hard sometimes, especially when it comes to money. And I know a lot of us tie our ego to money, that if we don't have enough, that we're less than, that we're not doing enough or hustling enough. If you don't go start a business tomorrow, you're a failure, But I want you to know that your life, my friend, is nothing to sneeze at. You're special. Because half of the world right now is a robot. Literally, robots. But look at you. Look at what you're doing right now. You're trying to better yourself. You're trying to have a new reality. There's beauty in that. And that is the same power that's going to get you to where you want to go. But you have to remove that block. And here's the trick. Once you remove that block of the subconscious, the road here, the journey to over here, it's instant. Manifestation is instant. You're manifesting all the time. The only difference is that you're doing things with your program in the background, manifesting the things that you don't want. But as soon as you change the program and remove the old personality, you get there, my friend. So, like the video if you'd be so kind, and let me know if you like the lighting here, if I should make it more dim. I don't know. I have really no idea what I'm doing. I do these readings for myself anyway, so might as well do them for you guys. Maybe it helps you. I hope it does. And yeah, comment down below. I trust my journey. And before you go, take a deep breath in. Hold it. And let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax. And catch you tomorrow night. Thank you for watching.